Alright, so we are already on episode 2 of my vertical jump journey. So in the previous video, which was on April 19th, I went to my local park and tested my vertical off 1 foot, 2 feet, and so on, and I was jumping relatively high that day. To be honest, my legs were feeling really good this day, and it might have been possible to dunk off a lob, but as you can see in the video, the nets were covered with saran wrap, so shout out to you, Doug Ford. I don't have any footage of it, but before I started training my vertical, I could never grab the rim at this park with 2 hands. So grabbing the rim with 2 hands with consistency was definitely an accomplishment within itself.
I had made significant gains even though I hadn't logged the progress.
So before I started doing my vertical training, I was pretty much only working out 3 times a week at home on my upper body with push-ups, pull-ups, and all those types of body weight upper body exercises because I had no weights at home. When I started my vertical jump training, I was pretty much working out 8 to 10 times a week, which included 5 workouts for vertical jump training, 3 upper body workouts per week, and depending on the weather, I'd play basketball once or twice every week. The weekends are my rest days, but if the weather's nice outside, then I'll just go around and shoot if I'm bored. So this workout was focused on my mobility and core, which I work on twice a week, and I usually do these workouts barefoot so I have full range of motion. Prior to the vertical jump training, I had already been working on my core stability in the past, so at this point in time it was already good. The main problem was me that as an athlete my entire life I've always been overweight. Despite that, this year I've made the biggest effort to lose weight in my life so I can feel healthy and as well as achieve my goal of dunking a basketball. I definitely want to check off dunking a basketball on my bucket list, but I feel like I have the potential to at least throw down a windmill dunk or maybe even a through the legs dunk if I'm lucky. So usually on my core and mobility days, I'll do the core and mobility workout first, take a short break, and then I'll use a foam roller to stretch out my legs and get rid of any tightness that I have. In regards to the workouts, I've never really experienced any pain or discomfort or soreness through doing them. I've generally felt pretty good the entire time I started doing my vertical jump training. Even when I was playing basketball in high school consistently, like 5 to 6 times a week, I never really experienced any knee pains either, despite me being overweight. Throughout this entire program, I've been very motivated to dunk and definitely excited because I've seen the results at such an early stage, despite me only starting to eat healthy this month. I feel like I definitely could have seen even better results within the first month had I been eating clean and properly when I first started training. You can't dwell on the past though, you just gotta use it as a learning experience and apply it to your present situation. Alright, so going into today's vertical testing session, I honestly didn't expect to see much gain because this was literally filmed 5 days apart from my first vertical testing session, but there was actually some pretty big gains that I saw. Coming into today's session, I was 196.1 pounds, which was down from 198 pounds on Monday. So here in these clips, I was just warming up in a variety of ways, jumping off 1 foot, 2 feet, and so on. And as you can see, I'm not really warm in these clips, and I'm touching the rim with 2 hands pretty easily on my first jumps of the day. The biggest difference I noticed in my jumping right away was between my 1 foot jump from today and my 1 foot jump from Monday. You can see there's a huge difference in these clips, because I'm jumping like this off 1 foot now, and this is how I was jumping off 1 foot in the beginning. So yeah, I pretty much went from barely touching the rim off 1 foot to touching the rim with 2 hands off 1 foot in a span of 5 days, which is actually pretty crazy to me. Honestly, if the net still wasn't covered in saran wrap, this definitely could have been the first day I threw down a dunk. This is probably the highest I've been jumping in my life as well, and I know it's nowhere near my full potential because I'm still overweight and still trying to get in shape, so every day is a step-by-step process.
I'm loving the grind, and at this rate, we're definitely going to be seeing a dunk sometime soon. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next episode of my journey.